Thank you for my co-debater, mommy and daddy, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Obi Naiden. I'm here to oppose the motion which says, I read divorce in marriage. Who is to be blamed? Is it mommy, daddy, or the children? With my following reason. Point one. Daddy is also suspicious of mommy. He always monitor mommy, her phone, movement, who should speak with, and where she go. Psalm 127 verse 1.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate and department, God debaters, daddies and mommies, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Daniel Daripres. I'm here to propose the motion which says high rate of divorce in marriage. Who is to be blamed? Is it mommy, daddy, or their children with the following reasons of mine? Point one. Mommy tends to divorce daddy because she is not secure. She did not trust daddy because of what is around him. Proverbs 3 verse 5.
Good morning, mommies and daddies, all protocols observed. My name is Obi Bright. I'm here to oppose the motion which says high rate of divorce in marriage. Who is to be blamed with this point? Point one. Daddy always ignore mommy as the man of the house. He will go out and meet his friends and tell them his problem. And some will advise him to divorce mommy or poison his house based on Corinthians 15:33. Good morning, mommies and daddies, brothers and sisters. All protocols duly observed. My name is Ella Rebecca, and I am here to propose the motion which states that high rate of divorce at home. Who is to be blamed? Is it mommy, daddy, or their children? Point one. Violence at home is caused by mommy. She cannot control her tongue. She quarrels with daddy and insults him. Psalm 55 verse 9. Good morning, mommies and daddies. All protocols observed. My name is Ewara David. I am here to oppose the motion which says high rates in marriage. Who is to be blamed with this point? Point one. Daddy tends to love their first daughters more than mommy, and this leads to quarrels at home and divorce settling. Good morning, mommies and daddies, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Kingdom Power and Deliverance Ministry Missioner. My name is Dr. Kingdom. I am here to propose the motion which says high rate of divorce in marriage. Who is to be blamed? Point one. Mothers tend to love their children and listen to them, engage their husband, and if you quarrel at home and make daddy angry. John 3:16. Good morning, mommies and daddies, brothers and sisters. All protocols observed. My name is David Tansibale. I am here to oppose the motion which says high rate of divorce in marriage. Who is to be blamed with this point of mine? Point one. Daddy talk to mommy on issue bothering him, but if he is not faithful, he will not tell mommy. Acts 24 verse 16. Thanks for listening. God bless. Good morning, mommy and daddy, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Good morning, mommy and daddy, brothers and sisters. Most protocols observed. My name is David. I am here to propose the motion which says high rate of divorce in marriage. Who is to be blamed with this point? One. Mommy cannot talk with daddy on issues bothering her or what she see about daddy. Instead, she show it through action. And this leads to quarrel and divorce. Proverbs 22 verse 11. Good morning, mommy and dad, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Kingdom Power and Deliverance Ministry International. My name is Obilis. I am here to oppose the motion which says high rate of divorce in marriage. Who is to be blamed with this point? If daddy is lower than mommy, he will not be happy because he does not want to lose his authority. So any little thing make him angry. Philippians 4 verse 19. God bless you. Good morning, mommies and daddy. All protocol observed. My name is Hotel Divine. I am here to propose a motion that says high rate of divorce in marriage needs to be played with this point. 1.1. If mommy is more educated than daddy, she looks down on daddy and doesn't respect him anymore. This leads to quarrel and divorce. Thanks for listening. God bless you. Psalm 74 verse 20. Good morning, mommy and daddy. All praise God above. My name is Ogoda and I'm here to oppose the motion that says I rate in divorce which is to be blamed. Point one. If daddy is not well educated, he still have the right to maintain the command and respect in the family as the head of the house. If that is not taken, it leads to quarrel or divorce. Thanks. Point two, if it is daddy family they are richer or whether the mommy family, they will shower mommy with love. If she wake up, they will pet her and pamper her like a little baby and she'll be happy and give thanks to God for that.
Point two, if mommy's family is richer than daddy's family, this fake mommy to disobey daddy, disrespect him. She does not have to give daddy attention because she has where to go back to.
Point two, if daddy family is more inflation than mommy, they will use to help mommy pay their fees, do business because they take it to be their responsibility. Thanks for listening. God bless. Point two, if mommy's family is more influential than daddy, they tend to control his home. This makes him not to have a say in his home. This makes him angry, and this leads to divorce, and this leads to quarrel and marriage, and this leads to quarrel and divorce in marriage. Thanks for listening. Point two, if mommy's family is more connected than daddy, to send the family outside country, that will enslave daddy and his family. Thanks for listening. God bless you. Point two, mommy's family. If mommy's family is more connected than daddy, she will not give daddy and his family any regard. She will enslave them and want them to serve her. Thanks for listening. God bless you. I hope with this viewpoint of mine, they are not confused but convinced that mommy is to be played, not daddy. Thank you for listening.
I hope with this viewpoint of mine, I hope you are convinced that mommy is not to be blamed but daddy. Thanks for listening. God bless you.
Hallelujah. Amen. Who is to be blamed? Is it mommy or daddy? Hallelujah. Praise God. It's daddy. Daddy. Hallelujah. The devil is to be blamed for that. Hallelujah. Children, please can go back to us. Please clap for them as they go back. The man and the woman. I like us to know that marriage is ordained by God. God is the one that originates marriage. He's the one that ordained marriage. When he was creating things on earth, God created everything on earth and he made them male and female. Then he now says to himself that why is that his only man that is left there alone? I have to make a helper for him, a helpmate for him, a companion for him, so that he too will not be alone. He will also have somebody to discuss with. And that's how God formed the woman. And I would like you to know that everything on earth was created by dust. Only the woman was made out of the rib of Adam. But God used dust to make Adam and even the animals. But for the woman, she was specially made. She was made out of the rib of a man. That's why women are more special, more delicate, and more influential and important in the society. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. That's why if you go to some supermarket, they buy something, they'll say, please handle this with 21 to 23. Now, there are different people in the Bible that talks about marriage. We have Moses, we have Apostle Paul. I would like us to know what they say, their own view or opinion about marriage. But before I go there, I would like us to know that marriage is a very beautiful thing that God ordained. The mind of God towards marriage is that the both couple with the children will be happy and serve Him. Not quarrel, not fighting, and all of that. Marriage is to be enjoyed and not to be endured. But it's the devil that brought that endurance into marriage. If not, marriage is to be sweet, not to have any bitterness or sorrow in marriage. But Satan came into the garden, and that was the beginning of sorrow and sadness in marriage. Hallelujah. But if we are enlightened about what God's mind is or what God planned for us concerning marriage, if we are enlightened about it, then we'll be able to push the devil out of our homes, out of our marriage, so that we can enjoy that sweetness that God created in marriage. But if you are as a man, you know that the woman was created out of your rib, which shows that the woman is part of you. The Bible says that a man will leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and then both of them will now become one, no longer two. So if you know that you are now one with her, why are you fighting her? Fighting her is like fighting yourself. Slapping her is like slapping yourself, because the two of you are now one, no longer two. And I would like us to know that even mommy too should also be able to control their anger. Because one thing that I know that they will use against them is anger. Once they are angry, they will just carry anything at home during fighting. They will be looking for knife, bottles, looking for weapons to use against the man, which is very wrong. Can you hit yourself, bottle? Can you stab yourself? Don't you know that you are the same thing with a man? What you know that you don't do to you, don't do it to him. And what you know that you don't like them, the man to do to you, don't do it to him. Because the two of you are now one, no longer two. Hallelujah. Amen. Now let's go to the view of Moses on marriage and divorce. Deuteronomy 24 verse 1 to 4. Please open that for me and let's read it together. Deuteronomy 24 verse 1 to 4. Moses' view on marriage.
When a man take a wife and marry her, and it happens that she find no favor in his eyes because he has found some uncleanness in her, and he wrote her a certificate of divorce, but in her hand, and sent her out of the house. When she was departed from this house, and goes and become another man's wife, if the later husband disturbs her and writes her a certificate of divorce, put it in her hand and send her out of the house, or if the later husband died, who took her as his wife.
Hallelujah. Let me summarize it. Now, at the time of Moses, what marriages were suffering that time was what? Disfavor and uncleanness. That was what women were suffering at the time of Moses. And that was what devil put in that generation that time. That time, people experienced disfavor and uncleanness. So Moses now wrote that anyone or any man that married his wife and discovered that he is no longer find favor in her, she no longer find favor in his sight, but he discovered uncleanness in her, that she should be written a letter of divorcement and sent to her father's house. And if she goes to her father's house and that man can come and marry, that means she is now free to marry. That bond, that covenant of marriage has been broken. She is free to remarry again. And if she now remarry and the later man also find out the same thing, like uncleanness in her, she should also be sent away by letter of what? Divorcement. And after the second one, she is not allowed to marry again. That if any man goes to marry her at that time again, the man has committed an abomination against God. So that was Moses' view of marriage. And that was what was happening during the time of Moses. And now, what is uncleanness we're talking about? That time, the women uncleanness were referred to like bad character, attitude, or bad behavior. We have some scholars in the Bible that talk about uncleanness. They say that the word uncleanness is probably referred to what? Disgraceful or immoral conduct. This conduct is less than what? Adultery. Because at that time, the penalty for adultery is death. But this one is uncleanness. And the penalty is to be sent home and not death. So this uncleanness talking about what? Disgraceful or immoral conduct. If If you are caught maybe as a wife, you go out and you do something like stealing, you steal something and you are caught and you are beaten, you have disgraced your husband. That's a disgraceful act. That act alone is enough for you to go to your father's house. Or if you do anything immoral outside against your home or your marriage or your husband, he will give you a letter of divorcement to your father's house. That was what was happening at that time. So when Jesus Christ came on board, the father wanted to know why he wants to change the marriage because he got his own view on marriage. That's why they now asked him to test him that what is his own view or his own opinion on marriage. For since nothing say that if you find the woman to have uncleanness, you can send her home. What is his own view? He now came up with the fact that he now know why Moses was doing what he was doing. God now explained by telling them that in the book of Matthew 19 verse 8, divorce is as a result of sin. It was when sin came upon that divorce came. But from the beginning, it was not so. Nothing like divorce. But it was when sin came that divorce set in. And how did it happen? If you open the book of Matthew 19:8, let's look at it. Matthew 19:8.
He says, then Moses, because of the hardness of your heart, permitted you to divorce your wife, but from the beginning it was not so.
Have you seen it? Hardness of heart. That means stubbornness, arrogance, disobedience. Your heart is hard. Your husband tells you something, don't do this, you say you must do it. Sit down here and say, no, I must sit here. Don't carry that, that's what I want to carry. That is, you are not disobedient. You are stubborn. Your heart is hardened. That was what was happening at the time of Moses. That's why Moses became, that was the answer, okay, if that's the case. Now the people, the husbands, should write what letter of divorcement to the woman and send them home. Hoping that that's the correct word, the situation. But when Jesus Christ came, the whole thing changed. But before we go to what Jesus Christ said about marriage, I would like us to also know that even God also divorced. Because God divorced what? Israel. How did God divorce Israel? Jeremiah 3 verse 1. Let's look at it. Jeremiah 3 verse 1.
Jeremiah 3 verse 1. They say if a man divorces his wife and she goes from him and become another man's, may he return to her again. Would not that land be greatly polluted? But you have played the harlot which made me lover. Yet return to me, said the Lord.
Hallelujah. God divorced Israel when they committed sin against him. So sin is the cause of divorce. So if you commit any sin at that time, you are liable to what? To divorce. So God divorced Israel when they committed sin against him. But even at that, he said if they repent of their sin, he will still what? Accept them and welcome them back home. But in that case, the same with our generation this time. This generation is the same thing. Hallelujah. Now let's look at the view of Apostle Paul on marriage and divorce. Apostle Paul was the time of Jesus Christ and is a very great man of God. Now he also said some things about marriage. Apostle Paul said that a man should marry to avoid what? Fornication or to be born. That if you cannot stay alone, please get married to avoid what? Fornication or to be born. Now, the Apostle Paul also said that there will be duties that men and women should carry out. And what is the duty of the wife or the duty of the husband, according to Apostle Paul? He said that a man should not deprive his wife of his body, nor a woman deprive the husband of her body, because the body of the man belongs to the woman, while the body of the wife belongs to the man. So both of them should not deprive themselves of each other, except if they want to come together to pray. And after they pray, they should please go back quickly. So avoid Satan coming into the home to fight the home through that direction. Hallelujah. Apostle Paul also said that a man can separate from his wife. He encouraged separation, but he does not encourage divorce. Hallelujah. Apostle Paul, this is his own opinion. He said it is his own view, not God that gave it to him. It's his own personal view as a child of God, as a man of God, as a man that carries the Holy Spirit. So this is his own opinion towards marriage, not that this is God that gave it to him. So he said that a man can be separated from his wife, If only the woman or the man is facing some difficulties, like if in the marriage, you're not enjoying the marriage, and you are being beaten, battered, bullied every time, to the extent that your own life is being threatened. Now for you to die, that you should leave the marriage. And when you leave the marriage, you should remain unmarried. That is separation. When you go out of the marriage, just stay on your own and serve God, but don't marry. That was his own opinion. But I believe that many of them were falling victim of this. So he said they should not what? Stay together, they should divorce and remain unmarried. And if later on she still wants to come back to her marriage, the man should still welcome her in. They can still be what? Reconciliation. That was Apostle Paul's opinion. The next thing Apostle Paul said about marriage, he said that in terms of mixed marriage, when a believing sister marry an unbelieving brother, or a believing brother marry an unbelieving sister, this believing can be in two ways. You can have a Christian that is not believing, that's not a believer, does not believe in Christ. Or you can have the other people of that religion that does not believe in what? Christ. So if a Christian gets married to the other religion, that it should be allowed. That was his own opinion. He said the marriage should be allowed. Why? Because he feels that if the both of them comes together, that the woman which is a Christian or the man which is a Christian can change the other person to become what? A Christian. And then their home will become a Christian home. That was his own opinion. Hallelujah. Amen. And he said that if they are together like that, and the situation becomes too tough, maybe at the place of that, the woman will no longer change the man, or the man will not change the woman, and they become crisis at home, and problem at home there and there, they will not pay, they will not cope. That the man or the woman is free to go, is free to do the marriage, and the person will not be bound to the law or to the rules of the marital oath or marital covenant. So that was his own opinion at that time. Hallelujah. So he also said that if you want to serve God very well, as a child of God at that time, you can decide to remain unmarried and serve God. Maybe if you are divorced and you don't feel like going back to your marriage again, you can decide to remain like that and serve God. Or a single sister that is just coming up can decide to say, I don't want to marry, and then you serve God as a single sister or brother. So that was Apostle Paul's opinion. That was why he himself did not marry. He remained single until his death. So he said anybody that wants to join him to serve God the same way he is single is free to do that. But he also gave a caution that you should know that if you are doing that, the only thing that will be fighting you will be what? Flesh. The spirit of flesh will be fighting you to remain, not to be single, so that you can go and marry. But at that time, he also told them that he spared them. That means that he prayed for them. Hallelujah. Ask your neighbor, whose own are you following? Is it Apostle Paul or Apostle Moses? Or Prophet Moses? Which of the marital views are you following? Ask your neighbor. Hallelujah. That's why you see people of those religions. I don't know if I have any Muslim person or that Muslim. I believe that in their own culture they give a letter of divorcement. Because I know they do Seki 1, Seki 2 like that. So Seki 3 2 is there. Okay. So that's they apply the law of Moses. Because that's what Moses said from the beginning. So we don't believe in Christ view on marriage. So that's that, and they pick also they also pick some point from Apostle Paul also. But the main purpose of their own marriage is Moses' view on marriage. So that's why they are doing that in their own culture. So they don't believe in Christ's view on marriage. They are enjoying Moses so very well. Hallelujah. But we as Christians, we are what? Christ's disciples. So we should follow what Jesus said. Hallelujah. Now let's look at Jesus' view on marriage. Mark 10 verse 1 to 12. Mark 10 verse 1 to 12. Now let me just summarize it. From the beginning, God made male and female. A man will leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife, and they both will become one. I already said that, but no longer two. And he also said that what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. He also said that when a man leave his wife and marry another wife, he has committed what? Adultery. And when a woman leave her husband and marry another man, she also has committed what? Adultery. So at the time of Jesus Christ, adultery was a very serious sin. against God. That was why the woman that was caught in the act of adultery, who was about to be stoned, Jesus Christ came in. That was mercy showing forth there. Hallelujah. By that time, the offense there was adultery, and the penalty for it that time is what? Is death. Hallelujah. Now, the question is, as a neighbor, the church can commit adultery and commit divorce. The Christ say we should divorce. Ask your neighbor. The church Christ say we should divorce one another. What is the next one? Okay, thank you very much. The answer is no. Christ did not permit divorce. Christ did not permit what? Divorce. But he only permit divorce in one area. And what is the area? Before marriage. Just Christ said that during the time of courtship, if you are in courtship with a woman or a man, both of you can divorce at that time. But after marriage, there is no divorce. That was the case of Joseph and Mary. When they were still in courtship and Mary conceived, Joseph almost divorced Mary because of the pregnancy, because of the unfaithfulness going to him. Not knowing that it's not unfaithfulness, that it is the power of God. So at that time, when the time of courtship, if you commit adultery, that is fornication, because it's before marriage. So if you commit fornication, your spouse, maybe as you are dating yourself, you are in courtship, she leaves you and go to another man, or she become pregnant with that man, you are free to divorce her at that time. But once you go to church and you are joined together in marriage, there is no more divorce. That is Christ's opinion on marriage and divorce. Now let's look at it in Matthew 5:28-32 so that we can all be clear about it. Matthew 5:28-32.
But I say to you that whosoever look at a woman to lust for her has already committed adultery with her in his heart. If your right eye causes you to sin, pluck it out and cast it from you. For it is more profitable for you that one of your members perish, than for you whole body to be cast